In version 7 of Studio One, a new customization feature was added where we can tailor what we are seeing within the interface for the toolbar, the tabs within our browser, items in the inspector, as well as what we're seeing below in the transport. But now with Studio Pro 8, we have a bit more customization available within the track column. So let's go ahead and right-click in our ruler. We'll select Customize, and then now we can see the settings for our toolbar, the inspector, and the transport and browser, which were already here in version 7. But now in the center we have track controls, and if you're using the default setting for customization, then you'll notice here that pan and freeze are deselected. Now we could come up to the top and then choose complete, and we can see that these are now selected. This is going to show everything that is available for the interface. But again, you can make your own selections, come to the paper icon, and then store your own preset, as I have with the Quanta One. But let's go ahead and close this out and hop over to the track column, and we can see that when we're showing complete, or if you put the check marks next to the panning and freeze, we now have panning that's going to be available directly within the track header, whereas normally we would go to the inspector or the mix console to make these adjustments. And we also have a freeze button, which could be useful for those of you who find yourself converting a lot of your MIDI tracks or instrument tracks, as they're called in Studio Pro, to audio. So for our bass track, for instance, I could just click on the freeze button. We're going to get this dialog where we can make selections about the different actions that we would like to have happen when we freeze the track. I'll go ahead and click OK. And so now our instrument track and MIDI parts have been converted to audio. And we can see that denoted by, we can still see the MIDI notes that were there before. And if you notice, our freeze button has turned blue, whereas these others have not. And this just serves as another indicator that this has been transformed from an instrument track. And we can also click on this to convert it back to the instrument track. So I'll click on that, and then you can see that we're back to our MIDI parts, and our audio track is converted back to its initial state of the instrument track. So if you ever feel overwhelmed by the interface and what's available here, just know that you can again right-click in the toolbar, or you can right-click in the transport, and we have Customize here. Also, if I come to the browser, we can click on any of the tabs. We've got Customize there, and then we'll come to the inspector, and we can right-click in here, and we have Customize. And then depending on the area that we right-click and choose the Customize, it's going to take us directly to the tab for that area. Okay, so I hope this has been useful for some of you out there, and if you are interested in training directly with me over Zoom to speed up your learning curve with Studio Pro or earlier versions of Studio One, check out the pinned comment below or the description area of this video, and otherwise, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next tutorial.